Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Whitelocks here, and today let's start Kingdom Come Deliverance. As always, I'm gonna do all quests, all side quests, visit all locations and stuff like that. And as always, if you're new to this channel, then I bid you welcome. So, let's begin.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, It looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue. A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Okay, so one of these dialogues is gonna raise one of your stats. So we have speech, agility, vitality, and strength. But check this one out. It says I was with Bianca, and it raises vitality. I think we know what kind of vitality was raised. But I'm gonna go with strength.
I was sweating in the forge all day yesterday, and then I was helping Fritz and Matthew with some errands. So I'd say I have a right to be a bit tired.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
And now I'm gonna go with speech.
You think he's teaching me sword fighting, don't you? What use would that be to me? Here. I'm not lying to you, Ma.
All right, then, if you say so. I don't mean to pry, but you know your father takes a dim view of such things.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
Mother.
You're nearly a grown man, Hal. Father will pass the forge on to you one day soon. You've been courting that Bianca for months now. Why do you have to keep wasting your time with those two layabouts? They're nothing but trouble.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Okay, let's eat something because we are hungry. And now we can loot this chest. But I'm not gonna loot it for now. Also, we can loot everything from here. And we can sell it for money. Now we can go talk to our father, or we can skip that. But if we skip that, he's gonna be a little bit mad at us. So there's no point in skipping it, so let's just talk to him.
At least you're up, that's a start. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure he'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Okay, so right off the bat, let's get into trouble and finish this game.
What the fuck?
You! Stop right where you are! Surrender! You're under arrest! Beating people right under my nose? Are you out of your mind? Well, I'll soon put you in your place.
You should have thought twice about what you were doing. That will land you a fat fine.
Okay, let's try to get out of this.
Just my luck. Look, I can't tell you anymore. The fate of the whole empire hangs in the balance between King Wenceslas and King Sigismund. High politics, you know? Not a peep to anyone.
My heart bleeds for you.
I can't pay that.
Well, it's a jail cell for you then.
Jail? All right, let's go and get it over with quick.
You'll love it there. It's all set up specially just for the likes of you.
Maybe next time you'll think twice about stealing.
Hey! I'm over here! What the hell's going on? Let me out! For the love of God, let me out! Let me out! God be with you.
And with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Now at the bottom in the middle we have a health bar, which is red, and we have stamina bar, which is yellow. So in combat, stamina is something like a shield to your health. First you're losing your stamina and then you're losing your health. But you're also losing your stamina when you try to perform an attack. So basically you need to balance your attacks and your defenses, which is really cool.
Or I'll have nothing to smelt the ore with, and the king won't get his silver.
Which king do you mean, Master Tobias? The one sitting in some godforsaken dungeon, or the one who holds the key to the dungeon?
These are strange times. Strange and ill-omened. But since I serve our liege lord Sir Radzig, I think you know the answer.
True, but where will Sir Radzig take the silver? Hardly to Kuttenberg. Now its citizens bend their knees to Sigismund.
Fortunately, that's not my problem. Perhaps Sir Radzig is keeping it at the castle until this old unhappy story reaches its end.
I only hope Sigismund doesn't get an appetite for our silver too.
That makes two of us. But back to business. I'll need 3 wagon loads.
I see your people are working hard. You'll have it tomorrow. Shall we go and drink to the deal?
With pleasure, good man.
Now this is the guy we can purchase the charcoal, but he's actually expensive. You can purchase charcoal from any other trader here, except this one, and it's gonna cost less.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts, traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So such lords as
What's going on here?
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the Empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but...
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
Too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for Father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
Now, we can decline them, but we can actually use their help later. So I'm gonna go with them.
Oh well. Father can wait a while.
My words exactly.
I knew you wouldn't miss out on all the fun. Let's go.
Be a bit more careful.
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? The Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go and lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
What do you want, lad?
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard, that sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund!
Woohoo!
Eat shit, Docious.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Oh, sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbigniew? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Now this is tutorial screen. You can pause to read if you want all of this, but basically it indicates on everything you need to know about combat, about your health, stamina, buffs, debuffs, combat which you can perform from any direction, and stuff like that.
Shit!
Stop right now! The catch is on his way!
What is it? Be a bit more careful.
Now here we can pick up some plants to raise our herbalism, because herbalism can be really useful. Okay, so we leveled up herbalism quite a lot. And we got some perks, which is pretty amazing at the beginning of the game. Plus, I think I'm the only YouTuber who picked up flowers here. I'm gonna explain later how perk system works and skill system and everything related to that. Nice, we got another level.
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
Oof. He's gone. Fucking Deutsch.
That was close. I almost got caught thanks to that damn Deutsch.
Here we can clean our clothes and wash ourselves.
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutsches.
Never a dull moment with you lot. How did things end up at the Deutsches?
His whole house is covered in shit.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutsches. Never a dull moment with you lot.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Okay, now this is tutorial about how you can persuade some people. You can pause and read if you want all of this. Now we can persuade him with words or by being a bully. At the bottom right corner you can see how good we are with words, how good we are with being royal, and how good we are with being a bully. On the right you can see a face with 65, that's the reputation or how much Kunesh likes us. So let's try to use the silver tongue dialogue, because I don't know how good is he with silver tongue. As you can see, he has 2 question marks.
Look, I know things aren't easy. Your wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin. But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then.
Come on, you shit!
Now we can actually beat him and get the stuff that we want, or we can just run away.
You're weaker than these, have you?
Okay, so now we can tell our father that he doesn't want to give us anything. So let's do that.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
When I asked Kunesh to pay, he fought me instead.
That bastard. You don't look too bad, though. Did you get the better of him?
I'm fine, but he didn't give me the money.
Ah, it doesn't matter. I'll sort him out this evening. I've no time for him now.
How about I don't talk to Kunesh at all, and just take back what you gave him?
Rob him, you mean?
You can't steal something that already belongs to you, and the thief can't complain you robbed him.
Fair point, but I don't think your mother would see it that way. About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Actually, there's one thing I forgot. Just give me a moment.
Get a move on. We have to finish the sword today. About...
Not yet. I'm working on it.
And how much long...
No, I don't.
Okay, now I'm gonna reload to choose other dialogues, so see you back at this spot.
I went to see Kunesh, but he wouldn't pay and then he threatened me.
I might have known. I'll sort him out this evening. I've no time for him now.
I can take care of him.
Well, you're a man now, and a man has to earn respect. Give that drunken sot what's coming to him. But watch out, he's no stranger to a fight. And whatever you do, don't tell your mother.
I went to see Kunesh, but he wouldn't pay and then he threatened me.
I might have known. I'll sort him out this evening. I've no time for him now.
But without Kunesh's money, I can't buy those other things you wanted.
Here's coin for the charcoal and the ale. I'll get it back from that mongrel this evening.
Okay, let's reload again. Okay, let's do this another way.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
If that's the way you want it. I'll tell father you won't pay, and you can tell him what you told me.
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that. Fritz might have one.
This is probably my favorite way because we are gonna get free lockpicks.
Listen, there's this locked chest I need to get into.
Really? And only straight not good enough for you anymore?
It's just that someone has something that doesn't belong to him, and I want to take it back.
If you say so. It's not skin off my nose anyway. I've got some lockpicks you can have. But if you get caught, you didn't get them from me.
Never heard of you. Thanks, Fritz.
And also, we can ask these guys for help.
How did things end up at the Deutsches?
His whole house is covered in shit.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway...
Good point.
We've sorted out Deutsch. Now I've got someone else to deal with.
Another beating? Count me in.
Kunesh owes money to my father, but he won't pay. I'll have to shake it out of him.
Sure, mate. You helped us, so we'll help you.
Let's get to it then. Kunesh, get out here, you old goat. I've something to show you.
What the fuck are you here for? You want me to take a whip to you or call a catch pole?
Just try it, you old drunk.
No more fooling around!
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Nice. And now we can also take his axe. And we are already full with items. As you can see, we have a debuff icon at the right of health bar. And when we are overburdened, we can't run anymore, which means I'm gonna have to sell some stuff.
Damn! Good health to you.
Okay, so this guy only wants to buy some clothes. What about this lady? Okay, we can sell all our apples. And we can also haggle for the prices.
Let's talk about the price.
Sure, why not?
You can also pause and read all of this if you want.
What about this?
We're getting there. Just drop the price a bit more. Finally, a reasonable sum.
Nice.
God save Henry.
Now we can also sell Kunesh stuff to these traders, or we can deliver it back to our father. So let's do that.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Kunesh didn't want to pay, so I got no money for those things you sold him. But I took them in lieu of the debt.
Took meaning he gave them to you, or took meaning stole?
If he didn't pay, then they're still ours. How can you steal something that's yours?
Fair point. Give it to me then, and here's some money for the rest.
What is it, my boy?
Now, if you're hurt and have some injury, your mother can heal you. Which is a nice detail. But since I'm not hurt or anything, sadly I can't show you that.
Hey, Pip, do you want to learn something?
No, I don't think so. Thanks.
Suit yourself. Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
That was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yes.
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Good day.
This guy is a gambler, and we can play dice with him. Oh man, we're getting hungry.
God be with you, Henry.
Let's see if we can eat at Kunesh's place. Yes, we can.
So, can we get started?
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far. Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself.
So as you can see, we can attack from 5 directions.
Good. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Fine. Not bad. Not bad. Again. All right, that's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Strong linen, delicate velvet, beautiful and functional.
Okay, so this guy doesn't sell charcoal.
Good health to you.
This guy sells it for 0.4 groshens. Groshens are like gold in this game.
Good God. You look terrible. Did someone attack you?
And yeah, this is an interesting detail because NPCs notice if you have blood on your clothes, if you're dirty, and stuff like that. So if you want to clean yourself, you need to find barrels like these. And voila! Or you can also use a bath. This guy should also have a charcoal for 0.4. And the quest marker for charcoal is kinda deceiving, because it leads you to this guy.
Good health to you.
And he sells charcoal for 0.5. But you can also rob him. So let's try to do that. And yeah, he saw us. Okay, so see you back at this spot.
Hey, you!
Okay, now I really want to steal this guy's charcoal.
Got bellyache, have you? That's nasty.
Nice. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is steal something from this house. And for that we're gonna have to do some lockpicking. At least for this chest. So for lockpicking, first you need to find a lock sweet spot. That's when this cursor goes yellow. So when it does that, then you need to rotate it by pressing D, and while rotating you also need to follow the rotation of the lock with your cursor, like this. Okay, so I've wasted 2 lockpicks, which means that I'm gonna reload, so see you back at this spot. Okay, here I am back at this spot. Now as you can see, there is a blue shield with legs and marked X. That means we are trespassing, and if it's a blue shield, the NPCs will warn us that we are on their property. But if you have a red shield instead of blue, it means that you are on a sensitive property. If NPCs find you on that sensitive property, they're not gonna warn you. They're just gonna run away to the nearest guard and they're gonna accuse you for trespassing. Okay, so here there should be a guard patrolling, and I wanna knock him out and take all of his stuff. Nice. No one noticed us. Now let's loot him. Now we can also hide him, but he's unconscious, which means that he's gonna get up and continue to do his stuff. But since no one detected us, we are totally fine. Now let's take a look at items we took from the guard. As you can see, all of the items have this red hand, which means they are stolen. So let's equip this guard's armor. And oh yeah, we look pretty guardish. But have you ever seen a guard picking up flowers? I wonder if this guy is gonna notice that guy who is unconscious. Oh yes, he woke him up. Okay, now let's go near them. So yeah, everything is fine. We are not suspicious. We are just another guard patrolling. Cool. Oh man, I'm too heavy. By the way, when you steal some items, you can't sell them at every shopkeeper, because they're gonna know that those items are stolen. So you're gonna have to wait a bit with those stolen items until the heat goes down, and the stolen tag is gonna go away. So those items won't be stolen anymore. Or you can sell them to merchants who want to buy stolen stuff. So later in the game, when you steal stuff, you're gonna become suspicious, and one of the guards will ask you to search your inventory. So if they find anything stolen on you, you're gonna have to pay a price, or you're gonna have to go to jail. Or you can just run away. So if you steal something, just hide it somewhere until the heat goes down and items lose the stolen tag, so that you can sell them to merchants, or if you can't wait, you can sell them to fences who want to buy stolen stuff. Okay, this part is so slow, I'm gonna cut it. Okay, here I am at this guy.
Greetings.
So let's try to sell stolen items to him. Like this one. Or maybe this one.
That's stolen. What are you trying on me? Get the hell out of here.
Okay, so obviously he doesn't want to buy it. But in this house there is a really good lady who wants to buy all stolen stuff.
Welcome, Henry.
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
So let's see, what can we sell her? Let's sell her this sword. Yeah. And as you can see, this is our wealth. How much money do we have? And this is trader's wealth. How much money does the trader have? So let's close the deal. And maybe even haggle for this.
Trying to flog me stolen goods, eh? I see what you're up to. You won't get much from me for that. As long as we can both agree on the price.
Nice.
What do you say to this?
We're getting there. Just drop the price a bit more. All right, so.
Okay, now let's also sell something else. Man, look at these legs. They're so expensive. Too bad she doesn't have all of this money.
Trying to flog me stolen goods, eh? How much do you have in...
This, and a little something on top, for good measure.
My word! Thank you kindly. God be with you.
Okay, I wanna see how much detailed this is. Nice! Okay, let's go to our house and leave all of this stuff.
Henry, what do you need, son?
Should I play dice with this gambler? Nah, we're gonna do it later.
Henry, I'm glad you stopped.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
the Deutsches mouthing off again.
Oh, don't talk to me about him. He's a good customer, but when it comes to politics, he's unbearable. The number of times I had to throw him and the others out so he wouldn't start brawling.
Well, I'd say he's in exceptional form today.
Coming. Look at the state you're in.
Okay, we can also loot these chests. And as you can see, we got a red shield near the compass, which means we are on a sensitive property. Nice. Amazing. Okay, now there is one important chest that I wanna loot. We can also loot few more houses, knock out few more NPCs, but honestly there is no point to it. And you're gonna see why, because I don't want to spoil it. So let's go and do the quest that we have.
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
Now the Savior Schnapps is a drink which allows you to save your game. You can see it also has this diskette on it, which is really cool. So yeah, you can save by drinking this booze or by doing some other stuff, which I'm gonna show you in the future. And by the way, there is one interesting detail about this ale. It can actually get warm, and your father is gonna blame you for that So you're gonna have to go back and get another ale.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of Someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Henry, are you all right?
How are you, Henry?
Okay, now I wanna go and open one more chest, which is in my opinion unique compared to other chests in this town. Nice, we got a Groschen and Henry's beta die. You can use this while playing dice, and it's a unique and modified die because when you play it, it has the highest chance to give you 2 instead of other numbers. There are also other dice who also have unique and modified abilities. Okay, so we can't read these books yet. So let's go back.
God above, have you gone deaf?
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
And we will continue this in the next episode. So if you liked this one, give it a like, dislike if you think it sucked, and see you next time. Thank you.